Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a giddy couple in love that loves reacting to some Genshin Impact.
Yes, we do.
So this is Genshin Impact Journey. This is all the cutscenes that we're checking out. This is part 6 of that journey. And you can get early ad-free access to our journey. Down below in the description of this video is a link to Patreon. We're a month ahead on our reactions there. And we also have a playlist for all of our Genshin Impact reactions. We've done character drafts. We've done, trailer reactions. So check out that. All right, ready to do this?
I am ready.
What? You really got the ghost to promise to stop haunting the inn? Wow.
Yeah, in a very creepy way.
Or something. I am in your debt. Please, wait a moment. I'll make you the smoothest, silkiest bowl of almond tofu.
Okay.
My hands are steadier than ever now that she's gone.
Okay.
You two.
I think he's drunk.
Wait, don't go disappearing again.
What's this?
It's your favorite almond tofu, as well as this distant traveler's best dish, a satisfying salad. Quick, tell him everything before he finishes eating.
Rex Lapis. How could this be? I can't imagine it. Though times have changed, I've never imagined a Liyue without him. The ruling Qixing. Just what role have they played in this? I will seek Mooncarver, Mountain Shaper, and Cloud Retainer. It is time they too made their decisions.
Will Adepti take over the role?
Adepti do not turn on their responsibilities. I have my reasons to not want to be tainted by the mortal realm, but responsibilities are responsibilities. Our god is the god of contracts, after all.
Wait, Paimon still has one last question. That little Ming, she's...
When conquering demons, on occasion, you can come across spirits who have never hurt anyone, yet are also not yet able to be moved on. So I asked the innkeeper and the boss if they could keep her here for a time.
so real.
Mercy, O mighty Adeptus. I beg you, show mercy upon me and my brother. Spare our lives. Who are you? What's going on?
We asked you first.
Oh. You enjoy safe passage in Jueyun Karst. It can only mean one thing. You must be Adepti messengers, sent here to rescue me and my brother.
Wrong.
What is he talking about?
Yeah, not
Oh,
exactly.
have mercy, mighty messengers of the illuminated Adepti. I beg you to save us. My brother and I, we only came here because our family is poor.
Great, so you can't even pay
We
us?
tell of treasures hidden in the amber of Mount Hulao. It was stupid of us. But all we wanted to do was find enough treasure to sell and support our family. We followed the path up the mountain, but suddenly, the amber, it swallowed up my brother Li Dang.
Oh no.
I ran away and made it this far before it dawned on me. We were trespassers in the abode of the Adepti, and this was our punishment.
Having lost her brother
I
herself.
had no
she can-
idea how to rescue my brother, so I just started
Sympathize.
praying for the Adepti to have mercy, right here on the spot. And now, at long last, 2 messengers come to my aid.
What? We're not Adepti messengers. We just want to find the Adepti like everyone else.
No, you must be messengers. You have to be. I have no idea which amber trapped him. Please, you have to rescue him. I beg you, show me some Adepti mercy.
Let's finally go have a look. Of your transgression, your predicament.
Thanks be to the Adeptus of Mount Hulao and to their messengers. Never will we be so foolish again.
Whoa, check you out. When you speak like that, you actually make a pretty convincing Adepti messenger.
Thanks, Paimon.
Yeah.
Paimon was gonna ask him about where to find the Adeptus, but he seems pretty one-track mind about rescuing his brother right now.
Yeah. The nerve.
So, he said that Li Dang got trapped in amber somewhere on Mount Hulao, and that they were following the path the whole way up. So So let's follow the path down from here and make sure to be on the lookout for Amber on the way.
Rescuing my brother, oh mighty messengers of the illuminated Adepti. What?
Your brother's word is you.
No. I mean, like everyone else, we've heard that there's an Adeptus living in Mount Hulao. But regular folks like us would never have the chance to meet them. No way. Unlike you guys, you're Adepti messengers, so it's a whole different story. Anyway, we have trespassed in the realm of the Adeptus for long enough. We should get going. Thank you, mighty Adepti messengers.
Don't let it happen again.
Yes. That.
Boy, it'd be super helpful if we actually were Adepti messengers. Cause it seems like this Adeptus has got a real temper problem. But it's not like we've done anything wrong, so... Oh.
Who dares trespass on my mountain?
Oh. Okay.
Foolish mortal, come forth and receive your punishment.
Ooh.
You intrude upon the sanctity of Mount Hulao. You destroy the amber of my mountain. And you free a thief whose freedom is not yours to give. The thieves' ignorance was an
These are all true.
affront to the Adepti. But your actions are an abomination of the highest order.
Wait, we can explain.
You're very dramatic, dude. Mooncarver.
Mooncarver trusted a mere mortal as his messenger? One is surprised to find such things still exist in the mortal realm. Fewer still remain. Speak. One shall listen to the matter which brings you here. Then one shall verify the truth thereof. You would be wise to speak the truth. For Liyue is not so far from here that one would be easily deceived.
Copy that.
Rex Lapis assassinated?
You that or you had a heart
The
attack?
rite of dissension? What mortal in Liyue, nay in all the world, would conspire to commit such foul treason? Or perhaps the more pertinent question is, what power in this world could aspire to achieve it? Rex Lapis charged the Adepti with the protection of Liyue, and we have always honored this duty. As the people have prospered, so have we gradually withdrawn into the mountains. Indeed, this was a gesture of goodwill towards humanity.
But looks like they took advantage of that goodwill.
But now, alas, Rex Lapis, gone. Traveler, of the matter you have relayed, one has become aware. One now knows why Mooncarver has sent for us. Once one has dealt with certain matters here that require my attention, one shall convene with the other Adepti.
Paimon can. Adepti always have magical powers in storybooks. Seems it's true in real life too. You know, like how grass is actually Adepti hair, and rivers are actually Adepti saliva.
Oh.
There must be
Gross.
something similar going on with the amber.
Your nonsense knows no bounds. This amber is produced by a flower that one has planted here, called the karst crawler. The majority of the plant is hidden underground. When stepped on, it produces amber to trap the invader.
Ooh, can we use that? Like,
After
booby
taking up
traps?
residence here, one planted many karst crawlers to ensure that the tranquility of the mountain would remain undisturbed. Over the years, they have helped to prevent many disturbances. But in the process, they have also trapped many curious things.
such as?
Oh, so the amber is alive?
Correct. Thus, one may not leave this place in its current state, for fear of the risk to innocent lives in one's absence. One will depart as soon as one has attended to this matter. One trusts that the manner of your departure will be swifter in nature.
One can be sure of that.
Hey, who put this table here? They've even set it ready for dinner. There's a wine jug and everything.
Nasty candy roast?
Oh, they even have the guests' names carved into the seats. Here sits Retainer. Here sits Guizhong. Here sits Rex. Maybe Rex is short for Rex Lapis. But Paimon has... As for Retainer... That's
Cloud
it!
Retainer.
When Mooncarver was going through the names of his Adepti buddies, he said there was one called Cloud Retainer.
Good job, beautiful.
So this must be where Cloud Retainer and the other Adepti have their dinner parties. How about we cook up some extra special dishes for the Adepti? We're sure to get Cloud Retainer's attention that way. But what do Adepti even eat anyway? Paimon has no idea. People must make offerings here all the time. Guess all we can do is look around the area for any leftovers. Maybe that'll give us some ideas.
You can give them leftovers?
Do you think
Oh,
maybe it's at all
ideas for it.
possible that the Adepti might like to try some sticky honey roast?
Mm-hmm. Who win the sticky honey roast?
I know, I genuinely want to try sticky honey roasted.
One senses the presence of a sigil of permission. One knows not why you have come, though the sincerity of your offering is clear. Hence, you shall be granted an opportunity. Find your way through mine abode, and you shall receive an audience with the Adeptus whom you seek.
Maze time.
One is most impressed. The path that leads through this abode defies those of ordinary abilities. The one before you is the Adeptus Cloud Retainer. Now speak of the matter which brings you here. You surmise correctly. This place did one self-build, as did one design the mechanisms within. In fact, even Guizhong and Rex Lapis themselves found one's technological accomplishments to be worthy of commendation.
Humble brag.
This place is huge, and there are so many mechanisms. Do you really have this whole place to yourself? What's it even for? Did you build it as your private mechanism workshop or something? It's just like the stories say. The Adepti leave the human world, find somewhere to go be a hermit, and then they research and invent all these amazing things.
One is simply not partial to the tedium of social interaction, and wish to find some peace and quiet. Find it one did. Shortly after which, you arrived bearing your sigil of permission. But enough. State the matter which brings you here at once. You have disturbed the tranquility of this place for long enough.
Again.
Rex Lapis. Assassinated? How can this be? Such a heinous crime! Who would dare? The notion is so preposterous as to be unbelievable. One shall have to verify the truth of the matter independently. Perhaps one shall quash Liyue first, then convene with the other Adepti.
Excuse me?
What? Did you just say squash Liyue Harbor? Are you seriously gonna wipe out the whole city?
It's one way to get rid of the assassin.
Only a response of sufficient magnitude can negate the possibility of further incidents. It is as you say, but if Rex Lapis has indeed been murdered, then Liyue is in great peril. To delay in quashing the threat is to invite further disaster.
Cloud Retainer doesn't fuck
Precisely
around.
because one does not wish to see further suffering, that exceptional measures are deemed necessary at this exceptional time.
I don't want to see.
So wait, Liu's in danger, so let's squash Liu because you don't want to see further suffering.
Let people suffer.
And it doesn't seem like she's bluffing.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly what Paimon was gonna say. We made all that delicious food and gave every last bit of it to you. We were hoping you might help Liyue out, not wipe Liyue out. Or at least let's, discuss it first. Can't hurt for you to get a second opinion.
Contract? A cruel irony that you should appeal to the notion after the merciless murder of the god of contracts himself. The people of Liyue seem quite content to dispense with their contracts. They are quite adept at taking that which is composed of black and white and turning it gray. Nevertheless, since you come here in the name of contracts, far be it from one to abandon one's own contractual obligations. Least of all when you come bearing a sigil of permission. Rex Lapis infused these sigils with adeptal power when he first cast them. That power once aided humans in battle. Most of the sigil's power has long since worn off. It is but a keepsake now. This keepsake cannot be taken as proof of your trustworthiness. One must investigate the claims that you make independently.
Go for it.
This,
Yeah.
no doubt, is Mooncarver's very reason for summoning us. Your audience with the Adeptus before you is now concluded. Leave at once.
Yeah, not a problem. You're not very
See.
pleasant.
Mooncarver, Mountain Shaper, Cloud Retainer, Conqueror of Demons. Some of these names have never come up in the intel the Fatui gets hold of.
And now we're giving
As a
everything to them.
returning gift, I too have information for you. Regarding the Archon's passing, the Liyue Qixing's response really has given me food for thought. They've announced that, as the true killer has not yet been found, they are not allowing anyone to pay their respects to the Exuvia. They've even gone so far as to try and cut off information. But with the right of dissension and all, even the Qixing isn't able to keep a lid on things.
Exuvia?
It's common knowledge in Liyue that Rex Lapis is also an Adeptus. The Geo Archon is also the god of contracts, and is also known as the Exuvia, prime of the Adepti. The mighty and illuminated Adepti of today all signed contracts to protect Liyue way back then.
Guess that explains why they're all so focused on Liyue's well-being.
Naturally, they both have the responsibility and the aptitude for the job. If the ruling Qixing became unable to perform their duty properly, the Adepti have the right to take corrective action. The Geo Archon's spirit has risen, so why would the Qixing hide his vessel? Truly.
Oh, right! He's the whole reason we came here!
Mm-hmm.
If the Liyue Qixing has locked up Exuvia and won't let anyone near, then our quest to find the Seven is already over.
Oh, you're trying to find the Seven? And just why might that be, pray tell?
Not your business.
Nice answer. A knight that gets duped by the Fatui would really be no knight at all now, would they? But I can help you with that too, you know.
Really?
At what cost?
Give me some time. Time to find someone. Someone who can help you break through this stalemate. Truly fascinating. The harder they try to silence the situation, the greater the chaos that erupts. If you want to be around to see it all come crashing down, best you stay alive until we next meet, yes?
And that's the only reason I'm going to try to stay alive.
After having experienced the land of the absentee Archon, traveler, how does it feel to know that our Archon and Adepti are here all around you in Liyue? Indeed, the weight of 3,700 years worth of history runs deepest in the true divinity of Liyue. Organizing the rite of parting should prove to be an enlightening part of your travels. Liyue is the most prosperous of the 7 nations, defended by deities and ruled by the Qixing. As such, the diplomatic maneuverings of the Fatui have gained no purchase here. Ningguang of the Qixing has always been on her guard against the Fatui. That is in all likelihood why Childe wants to make use of the Wangsheng funeral parlor's connections.
Huh. What would Childe get out of us doing the rite of parting anyway?
Exactly.
I neither know nor do I wish to know. As far as I am concerned, the Fatui are merely financial sponsors. I only wish for Liyue's traditions to endure. These are the advance funds that Childe has provided. If you use them up, you can go to him to apply for any subsequent funding.
Wow!
Well then, let us be off. The first step in our preparations shall be to obtain some prized Noctilucous jade worthy of a deity.
Okay.
Yeah. Where'd this dude come from?
Welcome to the Jade Mystery, my good friends. Would you like to try your luck betting on Jade? This could be your lucky day. It's cheap and it's fun, and who knows, you just might strike it rich.
Betting? No, we're here for... what was it again?
Noctilucous jade, of radiant grade at the very least.
Radiant grade, Noctilucous jade? I see. You're not a tourist. My apologies. I have some here.
I was trying to scam you, but no.
What do you think? The Jade Mystery is an old name in the jade business. Just look at that wonderful quality. Rex Lapis doesn't often bless us with such finery. Go on, pick whichever one you like.
These 3 pieces really do look pretty. Not like the ones you usually dig up. But how do we pick? Should we just grab one and go?
Oh? You want me to decide? That is fine as well.
Yeah, you're the one that told us about it.
The answer would be simple.
Oh? And that would be...
I'll take them all, boss.
Okay.
Oh,
right
you
then.
act with such panache, good sir. I always knew you were not a man of ordinary caliber.
Oh, wait, boss! That one didn't count! We need to discuss it again! Hey! If we only need one for the ritual, aren't we wasting 3 times the more if we buy them all?
Oh, Mora. It is as you say. I suppose I overlooked this particular aspect of the transaction.
Okay.
Huh? How do you not think about Mora when buying things?
If one must always consider Mora before acting, then in all things one is bound by Mora.
It's a good line of thinking.
All Mora is currency, but not all currency is Mora.
What?
Let's talk about economics.
Is this how the rich live? Well, he knows a lot about big money, but not a lot about big savings.
Yep, because he just doesn't care.
Waver. Even when I am constrained by Mora, I have ways of working around my limitations. Evaluating the quality of Noctilucous jade is indeed very tricky. Only after the item made using Noctilucous jade has taken shape will you be able to see whether it is up to par or not. If you return to those crafty merchants to quibble, they will counter by saying that your crafting bench is to blame, or that your heat control was poor.
Of course.
Whoa! To think it's that easy to get cheated.
Oh, Paimon.
But there is a way to truly evaluate this jade, and a true insider would know it. A fool sees the pointer and misses the moon.
What does
What's that quote from? Yeah.
If you point at the moon with your finger, a wise man knows that you are pointing at the moon, while a fool will only see the finger. The patterns, the facade, these are all the finger. Noctilucous jade is a mystical stone used to light up the darkness, and so its brightness is the important thing. It is the moon.
Okay.
Noctilucous jade of excellent quality would have superior pyro affinity. In other words, the bluer and brighter the luster of the ore under high temperature, the higher its quality.
Is this normal life for a
I
high-class
have
gentleman?
imparted the priceless secrets of the jade trade to you. Now, all that's left is to put it into practice.
Priceless, huh? Paimon's just sad that we might never be able to use it again. We're back to buy some rocks, boss. But can you let us burn them first?
No, of course he's not gonna let you do that.
Burn them? You can't do that, my friends. If you were to do so, what would I have to sell? That would... well... fine. As you wish, then. How about this? I can take a small sample of all three. I'll take a bit of a loss. We'll count it as a friendly gesture.
Don't worry. I know the rules. As long as we can prove that it is good jade, you will not take a loss.
All right, take these as samples. I've carved them off with a knife and tagged them to boot.
Aren't these too thin? Even paper's thicker. No, even a bug's wings are thicker. These are almost see-through.
Oh, you flatter me, but I have to be gentle with these rocks. They are my pride and joy. If I'd taken off even a bit more, it would have killed me.
But wouldn't something this thin go poof?
Exactly, that's the point.
It can't be helped. Trying to deprive a merchant of his profits would be like forcing a ravenous wolf to vomit up the food in its stomach. Nonetheless, under the right conditions, these thin slices will serve.
Okay.
What sort of conditions?
While we add the high temperatures using pyro, we can use hydro to reinforce it from within. This way, the samples will not disintegrate immediately.
This guy's thought of everything.
Oh, sir, to think you were this learned. Thank you for your understanding.
Strictly speaking, asking for samples when we have not yet agreed to purchase the goods is unfair. Trade in Liyue must be based upon fairness.
Well, guess we just need to find a place to try this out. You mean at Wanmin Restaurant? As long as we do it when she's not in.
That would not do. It is a place where people come and go. They would be endangered if the elemental reaction were to get out of control. We cannot take such a risk.
Oh, Paimon remembers we once saw this big pot down at the Dada Upa Gorge in the camp
Dada
of the
Upa?
Hilly Churls from the
Great.
Mini tribe.
Great word.
It's real sturdy and should be able to take the elemental reactions. Now, let's pack
Little
these
butt
samples
wiggle.
up and make a move.
It's always great to end it on, you know, Paimon butt wiggle at the end. That's adorable.
Cute.
So I don't know where Zhongli, wherever it came from. I remember like seeing his some trailers on him in our character draft and everything. But like, I just don't know how, like, he just kind of showed up in Act 2 when Act 1 was over. And I'm like, okay, I guess this is, maybe I missed something when Child was talking about like, we're gonna go see him. But anyways, he's here. And I liked his philosophy. I mean, you know, he's obviously rich, so money doesn't matter to him. But also, like, you know, are you in control of your money, or does your money control you? Basically, if that's all you're like care about, and that's all you're like thinking about, then yeah, then the money really is controlling you. And so, like, I don't know, it was good philosophy. It's easy to say when you have like a ton of money, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if you don't have money, you kind of can't help but be controlled by it. Like, even if you don't have like a strong material urge,
Yep.
you still need to pay your grocery bill. Like, you still need to heat your home in the winter. Like, there are still things where, you know, if you have to pinch every penny to get by, the money is controlling you, whether you want it to be or not.
Yeah, very true. But I think it's a good lesson, like, sometimes for having life experiences and going out and like traveling or something, or like going to do something like going to like a concert. Like, I was reading an article and they said like people like in their 20s are saving less, but that's because they're spending more on like experiences. And they're not so much worried about like saving up for, I mean, not that they're not saving up for retirement, but they're not so much worried about that. It's kind of like living in the moment, living in now. and you know, they'll like work an extra job or dip into their savings or, you know, take on a little bit of credit card debt, just like experience something and live. Which,
I mean, I think that's, especially as you get older, you realize that experiences are vastly more valuable to you than anything. Like a thing might be nice, you know, I think of like at Christmas and stuff. When you try to think of like presents, it's like always either the stuff that you need because you can't afford to get it for yourself, or it's then, okay, well, what's a thing that I'm eager to have that I haven't been able to splurge on yet? But really some like the best experiences I've had have left a far deeper impression and been far more valuable to me than the things.
Yeah.
But it's very hard to give those for Christmas, right? Because you can't really like unwrap it. And yeah, I don't know. I think that's a great philosophy to be living more in the now. I mean, obviously, like we were talking about it because you get stressed out when you hear different things like on the news or whatnot about like, oh, you should have started saving for retirement when you were like 15 years old. And if you didn't, you're screwed. And we're like, we're screwed. Okay, great. So like the not saving part for the future, like just makes me anxious in hearing that, because like you get inundated with how soon you should have started to save for retirement and the various ways you should have been doing it. On the flip side of that, though, I do love that they're spending it on experiences and living in the now, because you could do everything right as far as saving for retirement goes and get struck by cancer at the age of 35 and like you miss out on so much of life because you were always thinking about the what if of when I'm 65. So hopefully that doesn't happen to anyone, but like, you know, there's that thing of always worrying about the future and forgetting to be in the moment. And so, you know, Gen Zers are probably onto something. Yeah. Child continues to be like a very interesting character for me. Don't know his end game and what he's up to. But every time we meet him, he's just too smooth. He's too smooth of a character. Yeah, I don't know. Jury is out on him. I mean, he hasn't done anything to make me dislike him. It's that thing of, like you said, being too smooth. Like anybody who's that smooth just makes me suspicious. Yeah. I want to try sticky honey roast. Is that like a real dish? I have to ask because I've never experienced it. I don't recall seeing it on menus at restaurants when I've gone out to eat at various things. Wouldn't sticky honey roast just be like our honey glazed ham? I mean, that's kind of like a sticky honey roast. It's just called a different thing. It's a honey glazed ham. Okay. So I think you tried it, and we love it. Okay. That's what made me think of. Let us know what you thought about this down below in the comments. And if you want to get a month ahead on our reactions, go ahead and check out the description of this video for Patreon. You can get early ad-free access there. Thanks so much for checking out our reaction for our Genshin Impact cutscenes journey. This is part 6, but just keep in mind that our reaction is definitely not definitive.